And hello everybody, and welcome to Friday's usual stream, and welcome to my desktop. You see, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis is so old that it's fairly difficult to run these days, so I'm running it through screen recording and not through OBS's capture window system. Plus I also wanted you guys to enjoy the nostalgia of the menu screen. So I'm going to get things started. How are we all doing today? Hello, Kairu. Hello, Monster. Yes, this is also running in 1440p, because if you stretch it like 1080, it makes the HUD quite difficult to use, so we're using in-game resolutions.
It's yours. Jurassic Park.
Oh, the nostalgia.
It's your job to make it work. Just build the park and populate it with dinosaurs.
I agree, Zhao.
Lots of dinosaurs. This will be the greatest theme park in the history of the world. Job is to keep the park gates open. Prove to InGen that the park is viable and safe.
Code Red, this is Park Control. Raptor breakout in Sector 32. Code Red. Copy that, Control. I'm reading 6 visitors in Sector 32.
You have a T-Rex. Don't forget, he's a hunter.
Yes, Cairo. So good point. I'm playing this totally original, so there are no mods installed.
It's yours, Jurassic Park.
Right. Now that we've had our nostalgic flip for the day, let's get going.
Hello, my name is John
And the much
Hammond,
vaunted
and I am in
island
charge of
generator that
InGen,
everyone is
the
desperate
company
for.
that you now work for. Your job is quite simple, really. Build a park, create dinosaurs, and entertain people. Of course, we'll be keeping an eye on you as well. We'll watch your park rating and give you feedback on your performance. But in the end, the success or failure of Jurassic Park, it's all up to you.
Go with something that's got plenty of rivers, something like that. And yes, as we play through this, and I might do more than a few streams on this, like we're going to be sort of thinking about the things that this game did better.
What should we do about this?
Than the original. I tell you what, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get... where is it?
Absolutely.
Hatchery immunization is like the first thing I always get. Okay, so we've got Parasaurolophus and Torosaurus to use to begin with.
Hi.
Hello, Ray Arnold. Okay, where should we actually like start the park? Let's like start it here. No matter how much technology has advanced, the new generation still lags a bit. The nostalgia. Indeed. So, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis is built on a grid system. Everything has to be square, which is like one of the limitations of the time. So you won't be seeing any sort of diagonal 4, 5, 6. You won't be seeing any diagonal elements to this. This will be very much a square park. Can I just say, like, how cool that building looks compared to like the original like welcome center. Like, I really like this version of it. Right. We're going to need to make sure our guests are reasonably happy from the beginning. So we're not going to go for looks right away. So fence is also one of those things that was built in a square system. Like you always had to have like these modules.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Message from Dr. Grant. And I'm going to go back to doing my old trick that I used to do. Because the dinosaurs in this game do not climb up mountains. So you can use mountains instead of fence.
What are your instructions?
Oh, we found silver. Lovely. Right, let's stick our viewing vent on here. Which is like our first type of attraction that we get to use. It's like the most basic sort. It's actually one of the... I kind of prefer it to the viewing gallery, honestly. Well, I played JPOG so much that when I started playing JURRAISC and JURRAISC 2, I did have that classic grid style for my parks. Oh yeah, the JPOG soundtrack is so good. Make sure they're eating paleo food, which is more expensive but better for them. And making sure we got plenty of paleo trees in here, because they will eat the trees if given the chance. But it also helps with the park rating.
Message from Dr. Grant.
This is like one of the few games where the beauty of your park actually matters. Like, you get higher points from guests for maintaining the nature, so they're keeping the mountains, the rivers, the trees and stuff in place. Just one of those features that you don't see in Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Hello again.
Right, let's put in a couple of Toros. So another thing I really like about Genesis, the hatcheries, you don't have the connector paths, they just work wherever you put them. So, you know, obviously the dinosaurs have gotten a lot better in the years. But back in 2003, this was really good. Also, I just love the little, like, announcer you have, like, announcing to the park. In just... It's so much better than Dewey's "A new blah 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 has come to the park." Like, you actually get a little bit of an introduction. I never really got the point of the Sight B mode, because, like, I always felt there wasn't really much point to it. Ah, Torosaurus remains and Parasaurolophus remains.
Absolutely.
But you can see in how many elements of this game has Jurassic World Evolution really kind of taken.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to declare the newest wonder of the modern world, Jurassic Park, now open.
Thank you, John. Alright, one thing we are going to have to make sure we do is place plenty of bins around. Because we don't have a cleaning station, so we want people to use the bins as much as we can. And actually, what I'm going to do is, like, stick a little bit here. And we're just going to use this for benches. And unlike Jurassic World Evolution, they will actually use the bins and the benches.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Ah, the fossil market. Now, this is one thing I think Jurassic World Evolution 3 should introduce. We kind of have it with the black market system. Ooh, that's tempting. So is the amber, to be honest. Amber in this game works a lot better than it does in Jury as well. In JPOG, amber, you don't know what it's got. So, and the amount of DNA in it can be like at any amount. So, if you took the risk on some amber, you could end up just like unlocking a whole new species straight off the bat. I definitely think that would be more fun to have in Jurassic World Evolution. The sacred JPOG benches. In come our guests. Right, since we have our Toros in here, let's add our Paras as well.
Yep.
Who's our leader of the pack? Him. Nope. Are they gonna rut?
Message from the park warden's office.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce the debut of our newest
I don't know about you guys, but I thought that's far better than living Jurassic World Evolution 2. Like, just feels a bit more realistic to me.
Urgent message from Dr. Wu.
Ah, right. Factory immunization is done. So now we really do need to start on those vaccines. Always start with the vaccines. Oh yeah, okay.
Message from Dr. Grant.
We're gonna need to get a cleaner station in here then. I'm gonna put it behind the bathroom.
Can you look
look after this while I get a soak? Excellent.
And there's our cleaning staff. Martin Bra. Who are the rest of our staff? Nigel Platt and Derek Lawton. Shall we have a look at some of our guests? Let's have a look at Wendy. Wendy is a thrill seeker, so we're going to need to get some carnivores in here. And she's from North Dakota. She has seen Torosaurus. Oh, there's our paras. Walking on 4 legs. Correctly. Jurassic World Evolution. Right, let's get rid of the hatchery now that we no longer need it, at least for a moment.
What should we do here?
Good choice.
So we are basically going to have to wait. Oh, we can put a viewing platform in. Let's put a viewing platform. Where are we going to have the acro? Probably down here. Or maybe over here, like down here. Let's put the acro platform.
Message from Dr. Grant.
That. I want to leave a gap so I can put another like amenity in there.
What are your instructions?
Good choice.
Behavior randomness is definitely one of the strongest points, I agree.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Yep, the stopping of research is really useful, I agree, Monster. The paras in Jui look so uncomfortable. They really do. They look so ungainly. Right here they just look really natural. Also, I love just being able to hold down spacebar and just see, like, the dinosaurs are happy, this guy wants to drink, the guests are happy, these guys are kind of happy. There was such a focus on, as a management game, giving you the tools to, like, very quickly seeing problems, because if there was a problem with the food here, or the water, or if there was a big problem with the guests for some reason, you would just immediately be able to identify it, thanks to these icons and stuff. Oh, right, let's decide on what we're going to sell. Let's sell dino hot dogs with, let's sell them with thrilling chili, and we'll charge... Shall we see if we can get away with charging double the price for them? Let's see if we can get away with that. Probably not, to be fair. They'll probably start complaining at me, but...
Message from Dr. Grant.
Now I believe...
Message from the park warden's office.
Ah, we need a security thing. Oh, hello, Peter Ludlow. The engine board is concerned. You haven't built a ranger station. Dinosaurs are very dangerous animals.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Okay, Ludlow. I'm on it.
Message from the park warden's office.
I absolutely adore the JPOG chopper. This camo stripe skin. these guys all seem reasonably happy, apart from the paras who are just like not, apparently. But they're having another fight for dominance.
Message from Dr. Wu.
You guys aren't even alphas of the pack, and yet you're having a fight. Also, did you notice that, like, when they bounced into each other there, they actually shifted? They didn't just phase through one another like they do in Jurassic World Evolution.
What should we do here?
Message from Dr.
Let's call this the scenic platform. Also, this was one of the first games I played where it actually let you view stuff through, like, binoculars and things. Oh yeah, Twisters being an actual threat.
What would you like us to do?
That is a good point. Let's check the weather. Forecast says sunny. If you charge double, they will pay. Yes, they will. We could charge. Do we charge for the bathroom? No, we won't have charges for the bathroom. It was also one of these games where you do actually have to watch your money, because, you know, stuff was actually expensive. Like, dinosaurs did actually cost money, and it was enough to make you be careful. $5,000 for another team. Let's not do that. Oh.
Can you spare a minute to look at this?
Ah, but we have finished with the dino belly. I'm wondering maybe we should grab, like... Let's get unlock the souvenir stands, because that'll help us get money. Hello, Joshua. Those two are unhappy. Why are you unhappy?
Message from Dr. Grant.
They want to sleep. Well, go and find somewhere to sleep.
Urgent message from John Hammond.
No problem.
Okay, we can sell this one. And our star rating has gone up. I usually remember them just snapping at another dinosaur and bringing it down while charging. The Triceratops can actually kill a Rex or Spino fair and square. Yeah, I mean, the outcome of the fights were not 100%. I'm concerned that none of them seem to want to sleep. Maybe they haven't got enough empty space.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Oh shoot. Didn't mean to do that.
What should we do about this?
Saurus genome is now 100%. The one thing I don't miss is the Dryosaurus starving themselves. Yes. Dryosaurus starving themselves is very frustrating.
Message from Dr. Grant.
I might be stuck. So they all want to sleep, but they're not going to sleep. You're awfully low on the old income. I'm going to change where they're hunting for fossils. Actually, I'm going to grab another team as well. Each dinosaur in this game has a stat in their coding that dictates whether or not they'll win a fight. Yes. It definitely feels a lot more dynamic than normal. It does seem a bit strange that none of the dinosaurs are sleeping. I'm wondering if there's a bug here. I know, you're laying down to sleep, so it's definitely not a bug. It just seems like the Torosaurus are refusing to, What's going on? Just seems like the Torosaurus. No, they were taking their time to find somewhere to sleep. Yeah, this game is definitely not like perfect, and modern systems really don't like it that much either. Ooh, acrocantho DNA in large quantities. Yeah, there was so many elements of this game, as Jao points out, that was just felt a little bit more dynamic, even if perhaps necessarily they weren't. Ooh, amber. Let's see what that is. All the guests are still reasonably happy. Look, they're even using the bench. Ah, Sophia is happy. A little bit of a waiting game to get the next animal. Oh, might have to put another cleaner in. See if they keep up with it.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Yeah, raptors actually engage in pack hunting.
What would you recommend in this situation?
Bugger. The amber contained Torosaurus DNA, so you couldn't use it. Oh well. An underutilized element of this game is the security cameras. Oh yeah, this game actually like determined that security was important. Like you have a huge range of security systems to make use of, as opposed to just letting the ACU team be your only security. It might be time for another bathroom.
Message from Dr. Grant.
If we put the thing there, and then yeah, we might have to move everything across a little bit.
What are your instructions?
Amber again.
Great.
Please don't be something rubbish. Okay, so they are happy enough paying double the price for their hot dog with chili.
Urgent message from John Hammond.
Hey, we got up a star rating. Right, let's Acro Paratoro Trike Edmonto Pachycephale. Or let's have a look. Info Enki Alberta Pachy Tyranno Corridos Styraco. Stego Cerato Dryo Brachy Camara Dilo. Let's get the Hill Creek Site B.
I'd like your thoughts on this.
Ah, the Amber had 23% of an acro in it. Well, that's useful. We're going to definitely need a couple more cleaners. Because now, like, everything is starting to get dirty. At least you're getting your money back on those hot dogs. We certainly are, aren't we?
Hi.
Message from Dr. Grant.
So this was another element of the game, like deciding what the viewing area, which like type of guest it was going to cater for. So let's cater it for the fun-loving guests.
Things are good.
Almost got the souvenirs.
Thinking of family and friends back home? Why not purchase some official Jurassic Park souvenirs to really make them jealous? Available from your nearest souvenir stand.
Yes, I know you're unhappy that I destroyed the thing you were literally about to use. We just stick the souvenir stand in, and then the bathroom. And then I'll stick another platform in.
Welcome.
Go.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Message from Dr. Grant. Right, we will sell them. Fun bags. No, let's sell balloons. And we'll give them an raptor button with it, and we'll knock the price down a little bit. Oh, yeah, to your point, what is the weather looking like? The weather is looking fine. Souvenir stand at the entrance is very corporate. I love it. Well, you know, we gotta get our money somehow. Have you noticed how this game doesn't have all the canon animals? Not that it really matters. I mean, obviously there's no Pteranodon, and there are no combies,
Message from John Hammond.
but I think they're the only two missing.
We'd like to discuss your performance.
The board happy?
Things are good.
Message from Dr. Grant.
No Mementi. Ah, yes, no Mementi. Yeah, Pteranodon and Combi are pretty reasonable given the era this was released in. Oh look, they're actually opening the door. And they're buying souvenirs. Oh, someone brought a T-Rex figurine before I was able to switch it out. So they got a 30 quid souvenir for $10. People carrying souvenirs about.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Okay, I'm gonna buy another team. It's 10 grand, which is a bit pricey. But I want to speed up the getting of fossils. That's the John Hammond way.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Ah, Acrocantho, at last. Yeah, there were so many things planned for this game that got cut, primarily because of the limitations of PCs at the time, but also the fact that this was being put on the PlayStation 2, and like Jurassic World Evolution has discovered, the minute you put a game on a console, the limitations just rack up with it. Okay, if we have the acro like down here, we can just have the acro paddock be kind of like attached to here.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Maybe not.
What should we do about this? Absolutely.
That should fill up the Parasaurolophus. With Jurassic World Evolution 3 very likely being exclusive for current gen, I don't want to hear any limitation excuses this time. Well, you say that, but even current gen consoles are still relatively behind PCs. So I have a distinct suspicion there still may be limitations.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't get left out of the rain.
Yeah, we've researched umbrellas.
Jurassic Park Gale Force umbrellas are now available at the park entrance.
Right,
Message
let's
from Dr. Wu.
get the tick infection done. We've sold the Parasaurolophus fossil.
Welcome.
Are there any acro things here? If they're pricey. Makes you wonder how it all would have gone down with expansions. I feel like this game would turn out like Zoo Tycoon 2. Yeah, I mean, it certainly had very good underpinnings. This game remains one of the easiest to modify because everything in it, behavior-wise, is driven entirely by easily editable .ini files. I mean, I have already gone into
Message
this
from Dr. Grant.
installation and altered a few things just to make the game run a little better for modern times. Removed the dinosaur restriction. Because in the base game you were only ever allowed to have 60 dinosaurs on the park. Okay. Because otherwise we're going to be stuck here waiting for income, I am going to ever so slightly cheat a little bit.
Urgent message from John Hammond.
I can pretty much remember the cheats for this game off by heart. just to get
Message from Dr. Grant.
just to get the Acrocanthosaurus into the park, because otherwise we're going to be here all day.
Wise choice.
It'll probably be the only time I do actually cheat, so I want to play this game relatively
Greetings.
Yes.
vanilla. But I do want to get the acro in.
Message from Dr. Grant. Message from Dr.
What should we do here? No problem.
Still no bridges.
Message from Dr. Grant. Message from Dr. Wu.
Let's have a burger place down here.
What would you like us to do?
Okay, the acro is getting up there in DNA. Hello, Nicholas.
Message from Dr. Grant.
It's coming together.
Yes.
I think that should be all we need. So I'm going to take these guys off here and stick them on the next side along.
What should we do here?
Now, given these guys
Okay.
are going to have acro in here, I think perhaps a slightly more effective fence might be in order. So they will just randomly break out if they choose to.
It's good to see you.
We will feed them cows.
Things are good.
We will wait for the genetic research to be 100% done. If we can stick one in. JWE3 needs bridges or elevated
Message from
paths in
Dr.
general.
Wu.
Yes, I mean, I'm literally halfway through editing a video discussing that. I've really struggled this week to edit videos and
What
get
should we do
them
here?
finished reasonably quickly. I've just had just been sluggish. Ooh. Something has happened with the sound. let me... Oh. Oof. We crashed. Like I say, this game does not run nicely with modern systems. When you're playing very old games like this, you do have to expect a little bit of occasional problem.
Message from Dr. Grant.
No problem.
How does this game still hold up? I think it does. I think it does. As a my first introduction to a park builder, I think it does hold up. And so many elements of this game were then copied into JWE2 that you can go from one to the other quite well. Yes, my desktop wallpaper does change at random, yes. Helps keep the background interesting, also helps to prevent burning the image into your monitor
Message from
screens.
Dr. Wu.
Okay, 92% is pretty good.
Okay.
Wondering where we will expand down to next. Maybe we'll expand out this way.
We are pleased to announce our newest arrival.
Ah, here he is.
Terrifying Acrocanthosaurus.
One of the
Dino target
best
not
looking
supported by
dinosaurs in this game, in my opinion. I love the acro design. You're not going to eat the cow, you're just wanting to kill it to make a show, eh?
Good to see you. No problem.
I don't mind Jurassic World Evolution's
Message
acro, but
from
this is the
Dr. Wu.
superior acro. I think this is the superior acro too, I've always loved it.
Urgent message from Dr. Wu.
I can now build the
Might
medium
want to have a
security
look at
fence. Lovely. Now I can't upgrade the fence, so I'll just have to trust that the acros decide not to break out at any point in time. Sorry? That is a good point. I think we've just gone up to 2 stars. Yes, we have.
Hey. Yes.
right, let's do the Morrison formation.
Message from Dr. Grant. Message from John Hammond.
Progress is satisfaction.
Well
Tipping it down with rain. Rain, rain, and rain. We've just got like 3 months of rain now.
Message from Dr. Wu.
What should we do here?
That low bellow they do is so good. I do kind of prefer this set Montessori games up and onto Jurassic World Evolutions. I think the colours are better.
Message from Dr. Grant.
So we'll put the Edmontos and that probably over here somewhere. Oh damn, it's crashed again on us. Uh-oh. Let's see if running it in compatibility mode helps us out here. It's probably not enjoying. It is really unstable.
How
It's
can I help?
just one of those things, unfortunately. I was hoping it would prove to be like relatively faultless, because then I could do more than one stream on it. But obviously,
Message from Dr. Grant.
if it's just too unstable to run properly, this will probably be the only stream on it. We'll see how it goes.
What should we do about this?
Good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce our newest arrival to Jurassic Park, the terrifying Acrocanthosaurus. Fans of dino carnage will not be disappointed by this predator.
You have no choice but to beat this game in under 2 hours. I played JPOG a few months ago on my PC and it never crashed this much. Well, unfortunately, this is not running from disk. This is running from a cracked
from
copy
Dr. Wu.
because you cannot install the game from disk anymore. Windows prevents you from actually installing it from disk. So even to install this game, you have to mess around a bit.
What would you recommend in this situation?
Wise move.
Message from Dr. Grant.
But we'll see if running it in
Hey.
compatibility mode helps out. And we'll just keep saving. I still have the disc for the game. It installs the game, but it won't start it. Yeah, this is the problem with a lot of these old-fashioned games now. They're all abandonware now. They just won't start. Some games are slowly being patched, but like you've just seen with this game, they are, as a result, then really heavily unstable.
Message from Dr. Wu. Urgent message from Dr. Wu.
Good to see you.
Okay.
We're just going to have to save regularly, I think. I'd love to see JPOG and Zoo Tycoon get a re-release. Yeah, unfortunately the the company who
Urgent message from
created
John Hammond.
JPOG no longer exists.
What should we do here?
Message from Peter Ludlow.
Do you have a moment to speak with us?
So yeah, I don't think you. I don't know who would even have the rights for this game. Who owns JPOG? I mean, it would probably fall back down to Universal now that Blue Tongue no longer exists. They went under right after this game, pretty much. Which is sad considering how good of a game they created.
Message from Dr. Wu. Message from Dr. Grant.
Absolutely.
Do you have an idea of an alternative studio that could have done a Jurassic Park Builder game if Frontier wasn't available? Well, that's a tricky one. The only other company off the top of my head, potentially Paradox, who made City Skylines. Potentially they could have done a...
Message from Dr. Wu.
I mean, they're not obviously identical types of game, but... Paradox might have been able to manage it.
I'd like your thoughts on this.
Message from Dr. Grant.
I mean, to defend Frontier a bit, I think Frontier were a good company of choice.
What are your instructions?
Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster demonstrate that they are the perfect choice for a game like this.
It's good to see you.
The problem is they didn't create a game like this. Oops, sorry about that. And now obviously you can blame all sorts of people for that. You can blame Universal for it. You can blame Frontier from it.
Message from Dr. Wu.
We'll never fully know who is to blame for the way this game turned out. For the way Jurassic World Evolution turned out, even. We'll only ever be able to guess.
Hello. Hello.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Let's do another save. Oh look, the Pachycephalosaurus again. Blue Fang would have killed it if they had made this game. It would have been sweet. Possibly. One thing I know for sure is Frontier's communication is just bad. People are complaining about Frontier being tight-lipped with Planet Coaster 2. They still don't know how it will run on consoles yet when we are close to release. I was about to say, they haven't been that tightly lipped. I mean, I've seen their dev diaries for it, but yeah, they are not mentioning the console release that often. I mean, one thing I would say about Planet Coaster 2 is that all of the dev diaries, they've been run on a PC, and the PC is having to use resolution upscaling. So I get the distinct impression that the optimization is something that's still being worked on. Oh, the complaints you saw were on the game subreddit. Right.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Yes.
There's a heck of a lot of Triceratops DNA here. I'm so paranoid about it crashing after everything major right here. Everyone seems happy.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Acro, Aki, Edmonto, Trunks, Edmonto.
Message from Dr. Wood.
Stego.
Urgent message from Dr. Wood.
This is Skyrim levels of quick saving. Yes, Monster. Well, unfortunately, given how unstable the game appears to be,
Can you spare a minute to look at this?
you know, we've had one lockup and one crash.
Urgent message from John Hammer.
Okay.
So, it's just one of those things to ensure stability.
Message from Dr. Grant.
No worries, Smell. It reminds me when JWE2 was being marketed. Yeah, they really didn't mention the console version of the game that much.
Good to see you. No problem.
Hey, we can now have Triceratops. Oh, our first year is almost over. It's another thing I like about this game. You know, we actually know for a fact what month it is, what year it is. Everything is tied to actual game time, which is nice. Sometimes I think I might be a little harsh on Frontier, but I don't think I've told a lie. No. I suppose that's kind of my perspective on it. Like, people say I'm quite critical of them,
Message from Dr. Wood.
but I've never, like, lied about anything I've said. Yeah, both of the Zoo Tycoon systems also had the same sort of thing. think this
Message
acro
from
actually
Dr. Grant.
might be stuck.
Message from Dr. Wu.
There we go, acro.
What should we do here?
Great.
I think we might be able to have Edmontosaurus next. Put the Edmontos in with the Pachycephalosaurus, I think. Which have decided all to congregate in one corner of the paddock, as they normally do.
Welcome.
Cool thing to
Message
think
from
about if
Dr. Wu.
and people on the ISS will be the last people with this energy. Smaug, let's not have such sort of existential dread posts, shall we? Same here, I respect that you can be honest about JW2. Well, it's not that I can be honest. I think everyone who makes YouTube videos reviewing content has the option to be honest if they want to. Personally, I feel that if you're making content that could potentially be watched by thousands of people, you have the responsibility to be as accurate as you can.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Especially with something like the review of a video game.
Great.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Because people are going to possibly buy or not buy the game based on what you say. Why are these guys so... There seems to be a general problem with them getting stuck in trees. We're gonna move, folks. Yeah, I think they were stuck on the fence.
Message from John Hammond.
Message from Dr. Sattler.
Urgent message from Dr. Sattler.
All the Parasaurolophus are dying because of tick infestation.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Great to see you again.
Right, Edmontos.
Okay.
Oh yeah, these problems still exist in JW2 with dinosaurs clipping and flyers getting stuck. For sure. But I suppose my opinion is that these days...
Message from Dr. Sattler.
Returning to base.
There is far less excuse for it.
What would you
This
recommend
was a
here?
relatively revolutionary game for its time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce the arrival of our latest attraction, Edmontosaurus. It is truly a delight to observe the natural grace of these gentle giants.
You can see the Jurassic World Evolution Edmonto
Urgent message from Dr. Wu.
basically tried to copy the same sort of style. I just think this game's Edmonto just looks better without that stupid crest in the middle of the head. For a fact.
You might want to have a look at this.
I know it's apparently what it did actually have, but it just looks weird.
Things are good. No problem.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Oh yeah, you just have to leave the dinosaurs to rot where they fell. You can't. I don't think you can get rid of them. Yeah. So you just have to leave them where they die.
Hi there. Right.
Nice to see you again. Casual. That look casually flirting. It's a temporary decoration for Halloween. That's pretty grim. They will actually like gradually rot away. Like they will turn like skeletal and stuff. They have like a skeleton look. Which I think is a nice touch to detail. The Edmontosaurus that was in Jurassic World Evolution was Edmontosaurus regalis. Okay. The Edmontosaurus looks like the Anatitan from Walking with Dinosaurs. Well, funny you should say that, because the Anatitan became...
Message from Dr. Grant.
was removed as a species, because the material they had for Anatitan was put onto Edmontosaurus, and then they've recently discovered a completely new animal, which has been called Anatitan instead. Yes, Anatitan in Walking with Dinosaurs is technically an Edmontosaurus.
What should we do about this?
At the Hammond Statue Memorial Fountain, you kept mentioning it in your anniversary. There is no Hammond Statue Memorial Fountain in this game. The actual... The fountain I used the image of, that directly comes from Jurassic World the game. Isn't it basically supposed to be Saurolophus? I don't know, I'd have to go away and do some research, Joe. Oh, there we go. We've got the...
Message from Dr. Wu.
We've got it gradually rotting into skeleton.
Great to see you again.
The Tauros will start to die soon.
Urgent message from John Hammond.
Blimey, we're up to 3 stars.
Good to see you.
I don't remember getting up to 3 stars this quickly back in the day, I can tell you. I feel like we haven't gotten... We got the Pachycephalosaurus, we got the Edmontos and the Triceratops. We almost basically have now, so... Let's go there. Yeah.
Welcome.
You know what, let's
Just
just
what I was gonna
grab a
suggest.
couple of more Triceratops bits. Just so we can have the trikes in the park.
Urgent message from Dr. Wu.
Hurrah! We're almost completely done with researching the vaccines. The Anatotitan model in Walking with Dinosaurs was reused for Saurolophus in Chased by Dinosaurs. Yes, I do... Wait, yes, in the
Message from
Tarbo...
Dr. Wu.
Was it the Tarbosaurus episodes? Or special? Was it Giant Claw? I think it was Giant Claw, actually. Oh, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen those specials, which does remind me I really ought to get around to doing my Walking with Dinosaurs review. I've been meant to do it for flipping ages, and things just keep getting in the way.
I'd like your thoughts on this.
Message from Dr. Grant.
I like this game's rating system way more than Jurassic World Evolution's. Well, yeah, because it makes sense. Like, where's the... Let's go into the dinosaur Dinopedia. Like, everything makes sense. Like, the large herbivores, let's go with Trikes. Trikes is a 5-star animal in this game, which is what it should be. It should be up there. It should be like one of the top animals in the rating system. As opposed to I don't know. I'm trying to think what animals are above it in the rating system. Like, Styraco is only 2. I think 2 is a bit low for Styraco. I would go with 3. Like, Cerato is 2, which I think is fine. Dilo is 2, again, which I think is acceptable. Acro's 4. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And obviously T-Rex and Spino are like 5s. You know, I think it all makes sense. Which is my problem with the rating system we have in game now. It doesn't make any sense.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Oh yeah, this game is a lot harder to get to 5 stars.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Good to see you.
Absolutely. We're getting a bit of a problem now with the sheer mass of people. After him, Macro. After the coward. Look,
Message
actual
from Dr.
blood.
Wu.
Because these animals are carnivores. Oh, we've got a heat wave.
I'd like your thoughts on this.
Heat wave, April, May, March. I love the idea as well that the weather directly influences the animals. So like during a heat wave, you'll notice they drink more. They're more likely to get a bit stressed. Thunderstorms will spread them out as well. Dunkleosteus' rating is disrespect to the animal. I
Message
agree.
from Dr. Grant.
I completely agree. Which is why I honestly think a star system is better.
What would you like us to do?
I mathematically plotted out Jurassic World Evolution 2's ratings on graphs, and it really was quite surprising. Like the effect of doing that, you really see that basically when you do it, you notice that in terms of rating, it's not an even distribution at all. So what it does is that it artificially buffs having animals like Quetz, Moser, Chrono, Rex, etc. It artificially buffs them into the rating system. They give such a massive jump in rating that it makes a lot of the rest of the species feel kind of useless. I love how in a lot of cases JPOG beats Jurassic World Evolution 2, but JW2 is considered better because of the graphics. Well, yeah, but in terms of management, this game is easily better.
Message from Dr. Sattler.
No, the Tauros are starting to die off.
Message from Dr. Grant.
I was actually having a really funny argument with some people on the Planet Zoo Reddit, because the Planet Zoo people desperately want to have like systems in the game where they go around like tidying up tidying up like their animals' dung,
Message
and
from Dr. Sattler.
that they can walk around manually refilling up feeders. And I'm like, you do realize that us lot in Jurassic World Evolution, we have to manually refill feeders, and we absolutely hate it. We hate the tediousness of it. I just find it really bizarre that the Planet Zoo players are desperate for the features that we absolutely hate. And, you know, us lot here with Jurassic World Evolution, we were like, we just want our guests to be able to use benches and we would be fine.
Message from Dr. Wu.
I just find the Planet Zoo players really bizarre in the way that they don't...
What would you recommend in this situation?
You know, they want to go around shoveling shit, basically, while us Jurassic World Evolution players are like, can we please just have some proper management systems and
Message
staff
from
that
John
actually
Hammond.
work? Do you guys want the Planet Coaster 2 parting system or no? Well, I don't really get the difference.
Message from Dr. Sattler.
Being able to create, like, stamp, like, particular shapes, I think that would be useful,
What's your
but
plan here?
Message from Dr. Grant.
I don't really have a problem with this system as it is now. Oh god.
Message from Dr. Wu.
You have that bugged sound again. I wonder if I can, no, I probably can't. Yeah. Ooh. Now it's not even letting me shut it down. Oops. Task manager. Ah. Oh, of course, because the task manager is stuck behind the flipping... Right, I'll turn the audio... turn the desktop audio off so that we... Yeah, old games really don't play well, do they? How to move task manager to other monitor. Windows Shift arrow key left or right. Aha. Did this program work correctly? Maybe. There we go. I've saved you all for that horrible noise. That sound happens usually before a crash. Yeah. What time is it? 22:35. Since we've had to go back to the desktop, I can actually show you what I mean about the rating system in Jurassic World. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. So here is all of the dinosaur ratings. Actually, let me see if I can zoom that in. Here is all the dinosaur ratings plotted out on a graph. So basically at the side, you just have the rating. And you can see how you get to about here, and then it just skyrockets up. This is not the sort of curve I think you should have. Personally, I think it should be like a more of a gradual up. But if I show you the pie chart, so you can see here, more than 50% of the animals in the game have a rating of less than 200 points. It's absolutely ridiculous. Considering like the highest figure is 10 times that number. Like, it just demonstrates that more than half the roster is useless in terms of rating. It's so heavily rated to the low end. Like, if they had done this job properly, each one of these slices really should have been about 10%, with maybe the top end being smaller. So, you know, the higher tiers are higher up. But it's just really bizarre. Is chat still working? I think it is. JWE2 went for quantity over quality. They really did. I mean, you can see here, even if you take into account like the first, in terms of rating, up 1,000 points or less, it's more or less 80% of the roster is less than 1,000. Was it so difficult for them to just do a star rating? Well, I don't think it was. I mean, we did our big stream where we looked at turning it into a star rating, didn't we? And I wonder if I've still got that somewhere. Let's have a look. I definitely think a star rating makes a heck of a lot more sense than this numerical rating system. It's probably in my downloads thing, I would suspect. Let's have a look. Is this it? Oh no, that was just the general rating. Yeah, no, I don't think I still have a copy of the star rating one. Maybe we'll have to redo it at some point. We'll have to do star rating again. The game was originally going to have 40 animals, but 15 were cut due to increase. Yes, Nicholas. Yes, I am aware of how many animals were cut from JPOG. Where would the new species introduced go? Well, we know that one of them was Iguanodon, and I think one of them was Baryonyx as well. Baryonyx probably, I would say, would have been a 2 or 3 star, probably a 3. And Iguanodon, I'm tempted to say Iguanodon might have been a 5 star because of its relative fame. Tenontosaurus 2. I mean, I know that in the game's original files, the only one still in there is the Iguanodon and the Barry. I think. Shall we? What can we do for the last 20 minutes? Wuhersaurus was another. Was it? I would find that surprising. I'll have to go and, research Jurassic Park Operation Genesis's cut animals myself at some point. Maybe we can just have a general sort of discussion. Where's Notepad? Where is Notepad these days? There it is. So let's not have it that big. We'll be blinding everybody. So what do we think? What things do we think JPOG did better than Jurassic World Evolution? So let's just have a bit of a discussion. Obviously music. I think music has definitely got to be up there. Like, it just captures the original. The music was so better. The rating system, yeah, obviously. Stars work better than the current numerical system. The guests being actual entities, yeah. So guests being actual entities and not just a particle effect. Terrain working as a barrier, yeah. Park management, Jowl says. Yeah, so I think there's a lot that comes under park management. So, the spacebar to reveal if things are happy or sad. Changing of prices throughout park. And obviously you have all the summary screens as well, which can work really well. The balloon tour. Oh yeah, just the balloon tour was such a good idea. The opening cutscene certainly had a bit more occasion to it. I think the weather feels better to watch, maybe because of the color grading. Oh, the security system, yeah. Park security as an actual feature with various special buildings. The staff are better in this. I don't like the scientists. Well, you see, Jurassic Park Operation Genesis didn't really have staff, so to speak. You had your cleaners, but beyond that, you just had some people working in research, some people going off and digging up fossils. I suppose the advantage of this of JPOG system is that you could still go and dig up fossils even when you had people doing research. Which, funnily enough, is what Jurassic World Evolution 1 did. And then they cut it out for Jurassic World Evolution 2. Realistic dinosaurs. Oh, Another one I just remembered, the dinosaurs sneeze when they are sick. Yeah. Actually, so all of the dinosaurs, they do something, their behavior changes when they're sick. It has like a physical effect to them. Which is something, again, you just don't have in Jurassic World Evolution. Repercussions for failing to run a park smoothly. It doesn't have the same effect in JWE2. In JPOG, you can fail, go bankrupt, etc. Yeah, JPOG definitely feels tougher. It's just harder to make money. You don't need to turn off any settings. Yes, Mark. I suppose that is... There are so few settings in JPOG that there's none that it feels like you have to turn off. Feeder variation? Yeah, I suppose that comes down to... Like we're probably building wise or management wise. Feeder variation. Hello, Jurassic Jaws. You've come in just at the end of the stream, I'm afraid. You've missed all of the gameplay. We have been having a little bit of trouble keeping Jurassic Park Operation Genesis running. Nostalgia made me feel Jurassic Park. Jurassic World Evolution 2 feels like a zoo game but for dinosaurs. Yeah, I suppose it's all the little things that make the game feel Jurassic. You know, the dominance of characters, even though some of them are like, you know, voiced by other actors and stuff. The dominance of the original cast. And also how sort of grandiose everything feels. You know, when you open the park, John Hammond gives you, you know, that little speech and everything. It just feels so much more in line with his character in the movies. That's something I thought about Jurassic World Evolution 2's version of Hammond. He just seems a bit... lifeless. I don't think they've written him correctly. There's none of the excitement that Hammond as a character has. It's very much missing. Will you do a DLC ideas for Jurassic World? Whoa, okay, Nicholas, for me to do DLC ideas, the game has to come out. There's no point doing DLC ideas for Jurassic World Evolution 3 when we have no idea what the base game is even going to include yet. And I'm, you know, as I say, I'm already doing videos looking at JWE3 things, so... Yeah, I think you've got plenty of JWE3 hypothesizing on the channel already. You won't include dinosaur behavior? Oh yeah, less predictable dinosaur behavior. And better hunting. JWE3 better be good or I'll implode. I think they've got a lot to do with Jurassic World Evolution 3 for them to even make me buy it. It will be very, very difficult to win me over. There are a few hills that I am determined to die on. They have a much bigger alleged budget for Jurassic World Evolution 3. I don't personally believe that, Smaug. So from what they've disclosed, we already knew that the budget for Jurassic World Evolution 1 was the same as the budget they invested in Planet Coaster. And the budget they invested in Planet Zoo was the same. So I get the distinct impression the budget will be the same. Especially considering the company is financially not doing great. So them investing more into JWE3 I think is unlikely. Yeah, and it isn't money they need, it's time. As Monster says. Yeah, the pack hunting is better. I feel less than a year isn't enough time. Well, we don't know how long they've been working on it. We can assume... See, it's difficult to know, because we know that Planet Coaster 2 has been in development for a while. I would say Planet Coaster 2 has probably been in development since last year. And it still seems like there's a lot of development going on for it. So if I was to like hypothesize when I think they started working on a JWE3, maybe the beginning of this year. If we're assuming it's not coming out until May or June next year, maybe? It's difficult to know. Most of their games have like a 2 to 2.5 year development cycle. Or you know, development time. That's what it was for Planet Coaster, that's what it was for Jurassic World Evolution 1, that's what it was for Planet Zoo. So, again, if we're assuming the same for Jurassic World Evolution 3, that would mean, what, the halfway through last year, if it's coming out halfway through next year? I mean, you have to also remember that, you know, the DLCs are not... We get the DLCs when they choose. A lot of these DLCs are probably... They have already been... You know, they were done and dusted and finished months ago. You know, quite a lot of them probably also utilized content that was probably supposed to originally be released earlier, and it's just been kept aside. I certainly don't think that kelp that came with the Megalodon, I certainly don't think that was developed recently. I almost convinced that's somebody's Google Drive project they happened across from months and months and months ago. They're going to copy and paste Jurassic World Evolution 2 and change a couple of things. I think that's likely, but I also hope they're not that stupid. Because one of the biggest problems with Jurassic World Evolution 2's launch was that they didn't do a good enough job. So I would hope that Jurassic World Evolution 3 is not going to be the sidestep sequel that Jurassic World Evolution 2 was. They better not remove the biomes in Jurassic World Evolution 3. Now that would definitely turn me off. I suspect the biomes will stay. I suspect that the game will feel a lot like Jurassic World Evolution 2. I just think it may feel a little bit more polished. And a little bit more... well, less tedious. But like I say, they've got to really... in the marketing for the run-up to the game, they've got to really convince me. If we don't have bridges and tunnels, they're like two of the biggest things. If they don't have them, I'm not buying it. I will not. It's such a basic feature to be able to have a bridge over water. It's so flipping simple. Oh, the crab walking of carnivores is atrocious. It's why I don't get why people want them to hyper-focus more on the combat in the next game, because I'm like, the combat sucks. The two standout features is what makes us all wonder. Yes, I too wonder about that. In fact, I think I might make a video on it in the next couple of weeks, perhaps. Just a simple, really simple sort of thing. You say both have been requested for a long time. See, that's what makes me ponder, because quite a lot of the features that people have requested have shown up relatively recently. Say what you want about the way they turned in Jurassic World Evolution 1, but it looks more believable than the crab walking. It certainly does. Oh, look, we have a romantic... we have the romantic... Amargasaurus here. Right, well, it is 11. Thank you for joining me with being a bit nostalgic. I'm sorry the game had so many problems. Like I say, these old titles can be somewhat difficult to get to run stably. But, yeah. It was certainly nice to play the very old game again, and to enjoy such things as guests sitting on benches. Sunday we'll be probably back to playing Jurassic World Evolution, and continuing with the gambling park, as Berenson calls it. So I hope to see you guys there. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already, and if you are new to the channel and haven't subscribed, please do so you know all the usual YouTuber stuff. But until Sunday, everybody, thank you for tuning in, stay safe, and good night.